Hello, I'm Taylor Roots, and today I just wanted to talk about um, late night at the movies. Uh, we're a couple weeks away um, from the release of late night at the movies at Meadville. Obviously, I'm a manager there, um, you know, but having the actual opportunity to be able to show the movie, not one screening, but like an entire week and like have full showtimes is pretty crazy. But there's been a lot on my mind lately, and a lot for a while because this has been a crazy year, and I don't know. I've been setting up something because on the side when I'm not making movies or whatever or working and all that, I have a pretty neat idea that I want to do, and I thought, why not just film this in this comfortable setting? So more stuff on that some other day. But today's about late night at the movies. I need to get more stuff for this table. Stop getting sidetracked. It's weird because I remember the first versions of this script, and it does, like I say that I wrote so many different ones at the movie theater, but there are elements that come straight from my senior project film that I never actually got to make, and that we shot one scene, and it was the breakup scene, which ends up being partially used for the breakup scene in Late Night at the Movies. But that film never happened, and I got to use it, so it was really cool. And there was a lot of that kind of stuff, and it's just crazy thinking for so long, like, I want to make a full-length movie. I've been involved in making movies. I've been, my God, just so grateful for the experience of being able to film with my friends like Jacob and Carly and Casey and Gideon and Liam, all of them on our amazing film crew. Like, I'm so proud of every one of them and the stuff that we've come up with, and that's why I hate when I talk about like late night movies and I'm just, ooh, the experience, blah blah. But it's like there's this urge that this thing that I've needed to do my whole life. Like, I needed to make a movie, and I've made movies, like helping out on set. I've acted in them, and there's nothing like it. It's like the greatest experience ever. I think independent filmmaking is something that's, thank God, now getting the attention it deserves, but even still, you've got AI garbage and the more famous celebrities and filmmakers trying to be like, hey, let's use AI, and it's like, I'm sitting here and I'm working with these people that are doing this for nothing, making movies. Like, we all do this for the experience. Like, it's just like, we love making movies, and I think you can hear that from every single person that makes movies around this area, or especially just anybody who's been involved in making independent films. Like, you just like making movies, and the experience is just so incredible. And for people to be like, let's just ruin that by throwing AI, it's just so stupid. Because whenever I made Late Night at the Movies, I didn't think that. Sorry. If you hear that, you know. I find it still crazy that Late Night at the Movies is actually a movie. It's weird when I'm putting together the DVDs because like I'm selling the DVDs myself. I find it crazy putting those together because like I'm looking at my movie. This is weird, and seeing the poster, and like I got to watch it with some of the cast and crew back when I finished editing it, and it's just crazy. You think like one day, like you just talk, I want to make movies someday. I want to, like, I dream of directing a movie. Like, you know, I say it all the time. I don't think I have to say it over and over again. You know, Kevin Smith this, Kevin Smith that. Like, I fucking love Kevin Smith movies. And Clerks is what inspired me to get into filmmaking. Whereas like Sam Raimi's what inspired me to like make horror. But seeing Clerks in high school was like, that was the launch forward for what I wanted to do. And I felt stuck for years and years that I was trying, and I was in situations that it just wasn't what it should have been. And I pushed through, and all these years later, here we are, you know. I don't want to get deep into that. We have a movie, and it's crazy that after all these years, after all like the talking, I guess I could mention that because back in like 2016, I made a short film, Pig Hill, and I planned on making the full length of Pig Hill. I was going to call it Return to Pig Hill, and I announced it in like 2022. And then the new Silent Hill gets announced. It's like Return to Silent Hill, and I'm like, I'm still keeping it. And then it got revealed that there was a Pig Hill movie being made in town, and I'm like, all right. And I was at a point like pushing myself to still go through with it because I think I was like, I deserve to make this story. And then as it went on and it kept not happening, I was realizing that, well, like, I didn't also want to step on anybody's toes. Like, they're making their Pig Hill movie. My Pig Hill movie is just not happening. I have the short film. And then Late Night at the Movies kept coming up over and over again throughout the years. And here it is. And I put out a casting, like, reach out. Melody was supposed to play Shannon. Casey was supposed to play Kaylee, which is crazy. I always wanted Carly for Laura. Jacob was Dominic. I tossed around ideas for who's going to play Gordon and Dale, but I'm happy with what I landed on with Jared and myself as Gordon and Dale. And then the customers were great. I'm so happy with them. But I always knew that Devin was going to play the hot dog customer. I'm not saying anything else. You'll see. But I'll talk about it more when I can spoil stuff a little more often. I can't wait. I want to get deep into like the effects and stuff, but I can't right now. Because this video is just like, the movie's coming out in a couple weeks, you know. But I'm so proud of the cast, and then after some situations, schedule, like we all have regular jobs, so you know there's schedules are hard to, you know, we have to work around, and especially we can only film one day of the week, and that's when the theaters are closed on Mondays, and so Casey ended up playing Shannon, Melody ended up playing Kaylee, and Melody has been like one thing I think. It was like the Nightmare Reflections made by Robert Fox in Erie. He's a filmmaker, and he actually plays a couple parts, and he was behind the scenes a couple of the days for Late Night Movies. And I thought Melody did fantastic. I'm so proud of everybody in this movie, and that's like the crazy thing about seeing, like, we've got 3 reviews out so far. 2 written ones, 1 video. And every single one of them have just truly, I mean, made me so happy. It's weird seeing my name in there, and then hearing, like, reading, I like good things, I guess, about my movie. It's weird. I guess I'm not used to it. And I when that first review was coming through, I was like, here we go. It's gonna be I'm expecting it to be bad. This movie was made for nothing, like literally nothing. There's a Kickstarter we had. It says we hit 1,000. Don't want to get too deep into detail, but anybody that knows anything about crowdfunding really don't get much after the fact. Especially when I have to put money aside for giving people back what I owe them to. And I've been having to buy DVDs, and I had to get the editing software, so it's been crazy. So the budget for Late Night Movies is nothing. So it's crazy seeing the reactions and the reviews and just everything for this movie, and I'm just so proud of everybody. I had an amazing cast and crew. A crew was sorry. My camera crapped out for a second there, but like I was saying, I was talking about my amazing cast, my amazing crew. I had a lot of people from the cast helping out as crew, and I literally felt bad because I don't know what to ask for people to do, but everybody just stepped up and helped me anyway. I had an amazing effects team. My wife, Danielle, she's incredible with her effects. There are so many that I love to linger on in this. Paige, it was her first time doing stuff too. She has an effect in this movie, and she did effects in this movie that are they're so good. I'm so excited. But the thing about Danielle and Paige's effects I wanted to do was, when we make movies, like when we're doing stuff with Jacob's stuff, like Photo Negative, for example, was very set in realism with the horror. So in a sense, with like a crime scene, we wouldn't linger too long on things because sorry. But we wouldn't linger on things, and it affects differently. Where a lot of times in horror movies, especially like with these practical effects, I was like, I want to linger and show you the work that went into these, because I think it's such an incredible, oh my god, it's such an incredible experience seeing it play out on set, but when you watch it, it's so awesome just to know it's all real. So have fun with that. I always knew that I wanted Late Night movies to be pretty gory, and that the killer was always going to be some deranged maniac. I always liked the idea of him living at the theater, being an ex-employee, but then this idea came from this kettle machine, because our one theater, Cranberry, closed down, and they had some stuff brought to our theater, one of which being a kettle, popcorn machine. And I was like, that's perfect for our killer Dougie to be delivered to the Movies at Meadville in. So, and then that literally went forth with the story. I made sure that every kill was creative, which I was very happy about. I didn't want ones to feel stale or like things that you've seen before. There are elements of this that I am inspired by other films. Of course, I show inspiration. Clerks through and through. But there is like a quick glimpse of Audition. There's a quick glimpse of The Ring and Mulholland Drive. I just have a lot of inspiration, so like you'll see elements of those throughout. And I like that there has also been a mention of like the Italian giallo vibe, because that is something that I definitely wanted to throw in there too, because it's something that I love so much. There's a lot of elements that went into Late Night at the Movies, and a lot of love, and I think that plays perfectly with the fact of it being set in a movie theater with characters that are employees. Funnily enough, that a lot of the crew and cast are actually employees there now or have been in the past, which is crazy. And so we all have this experience of working in a theater, and I hope that it shows off when you watch the movie, that as a customer or as somebody that's worked an employee as an employee at a theater, that you can relate to the situations, even if they're heightened, and just have fun with it. We had so much fun making this movie, and I hope it shows, and I think it does. I'm very certain that it shows, and I'm so proud of this movie. Of course, I have things planned for the future, and I'm really excited. But I just like to linger in this movie a little bit more, because it's my first movie, and I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of everybody. I had such an amazing team. I need to also shout out to Jacob Leidick and Ashlyn, who were amazing help on set. There were so many amazing people that helped out along the way. Like I mentioned my cast, and I mentioned some of the crew. Obviously my makeup artists, Danielle and Paige, and like Jacob and Carly and Casey and Gideon and freaking Leidick and Ashlyn. And there were people that were there one day, and I feel bad because like I didn't have time to like really talk to them, and I feel really bad. But we were making a movie, and if you were there for one day, I'm really happy that you were part of the experience. I gave everybody love on the credits because everybody deserves it. Anyway, I'm rambling because I'm really excited. But a couple weeks away, the movie comes out in theaters. Please go see it. If you see it, the advanced screening cast and crew is going to be there. We're going to have some of the effects on display, and we're going to have DVDs for sale, which I will be selling from that point on DVDs. So if you get a hold of me, I will sell you a DVD for like $10. That's it. I will have 18 Blu-rays. I'm not making any more. Right now, I don't have a lot of money going into this, so Blu-rays are expensive. So, and I'm not going through a distribution company. This is all by me. So, just trying to support local independent filmmaking, and everything that, like all the money that gets brought into this is going to go towards the next thing. It doesn't go like into my pocket and be like, I can't wait for Wolverine to come out next month. Like, no. It goes towards the next film, and it's so greatly appreciated. So, and I haven't said anything. I'm working on some stuff trying to get Late Night at the Movies on digital. Who knows? It'll happen eventually. But whatever plans those may be, Late Night at the Movies will be available on my YouTube on October 1st this year for free, because I feel that people should have free access to my movie digitally. It's my first movie. I want it to be out there, and I feel like if you want to watch it, you should be able to watch it. So, digitally, it will be free starting October 1st. So, maybe someday I can get something with Tubi or whatever. That'd be really cool because they're free. So, but anything digital, Late Night Movies is free. But if you'd like to support us and keep us going, doing stuff, physical DVDs are $10. We'll have a limited amount of Blu-rays for like 15. Now I'm planning something really cool for some VHSs, so just stay tuned. And if you've come along this whole journey with me, thank you, because it's meant so much that you've supported us, shared, spread the word, and just seen how Late Night of the Movies went from kind of just an idea and then a casting announcement, and then here we are to me being like a couple weeks away, movie's out. So keep a lookout, tell your friends, family, anybody who likes horror movies, please come see Late Night of the Movies in theaters. I am begging you, please come see my movie. Seriously. No, I'm joking. No, but seriously, come see my movie. Anyway, thank you for taking time to watch this movie. I mean, dear God. Smoked it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I just hope you have a great evening, day, morning, wherever you may be, and if you see Late Night Movies, I'm very excited, and I hope you enjoyed. If you don't want to see it, that's fine too.